Let's go. Let's go. What's up? Happy Saturday night. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. Let's take a quick little intro break while I go start the Instagram. What is up? What is up? How are we doing? Let's go, baby. Let's go. All right, what's up, everybody? How are we feeling? We got the YouTube going. Laundry gang, where you at? Drop the fucking laundry emoji. How's it going? How are we feeling? Yo, yo, what's up, everybody on Instagram? We're watching some college football tonight. It's been a vibe tonight, but we're also here live. We got to talk about the Rams. I want to get a dub on Monday night. Let's get that dub. My man Talano Hufunga. I can't stop wearing this shirt. You know the vibes. But hey, we got to talk about Monday night football. Let's get it going. What's up, Osvaldo, Javel, John, 49ers throwback, Carlos, Huerta, Ray, Mark, Debtopia. Look at everybody in the chat over here on YouTube. What's good? How are you feeling? What is up, my man? Oh, what's up, everybody on Instagram? Hey, Peter Parker. Yo, let's talk Niners, man, shall we? We have a big game coming up Monday night against the LA Rams. And a lot of people have been upset this week and down and out. But you know what? The best medicine is a win. A win on Monday night against a division rival, the NFC West, division champs last year, the Super Bowl champs. If the Niners come out and beat them at home, it's going to go a long way. My man says, am I live on both? I am live on both. Two screens, one person. You know how we roll. We're trying to do both tonight. Trying to make it a little bit, little different. Get both communities in here. So we'll see. See how it goes. Let's do some questions. I got a couple of news today. So there was some practice today. It was their final practice of the week as they tune up for Monday night. We got Javon Kinlaw and Arik Armstead. They came back to practice today. Good news, right? They were back to practice. You know, Armstead's been dealing with a foot injury, plantar fasciitis, and Javon Kinlaw's had a knee injury. So it's a little unfortunate. Both of those guys have been dealing with some injuries. They have great depth. Charles Omenihu, and you also have Hassan Ridgeway. You got Kevin Givens. Those guys have been able to step in and step up, but we need those guys. You know, this is a big game. The Rams have had some offensive line issues, so we're going to need to have the D line coming at full strength. They came back. They're questionable for Monday Night Football. So 49ers throwback says, is Daniel Brunskill. He says, hey, I'm excited. Daniel Brunskill's son is coming to town. You know what? Daniel Brunskill is also off the injury list, and he could be back for Monday Night Football. Daddy Brunskill back in time. You know, he saw his son acting up. And he says, you know what? You've been having some despicable behavior. Appreciate the badge, 49ers for sale. You've been having some despicable behavior. Let's correct it. I need to put you in timeout. Dan Brunskill could be back for Monday night. He's cleared to play. Hamstring injury. Will he be rusty? I mean, most likely you would assume it. But if he could come in and play some type of, minutes for this team, be a rotational player, that'd be huge. I think Dan Brunskill could play center right now, because Jake Brendel's kind of been struggling. He fumbled a snap a couple days ago, on Sunday Night Football. He's just been having some timing issues. So maybe Brunskill comes in. I think that he's better suited off at guard or tackle. But hey, if he can help in and see what happens, then I think that's classic. So I think we need to see if Dan Brunskill could come in and help. He's played Aaron Donald pretty good over the last couple of years, right? So we'll see what happens. Nick Bosa, I think, will have a huge game. A victory Tuesday, maybe, but go Niners. I hope we have a victory Tuesday. What's up, David Villa? John says, Brunskill definitely signed Aaron Donald's birth certificate. I think he might have. Bobby Turner rushed back from recovery. You think Kyle is over Lynn? No, he talked about Bobby Turner. I think he just needs some help, man. I think he honestly, Bobby Turner was supposed to come back. He came back, sooner than expected. But, man, they need Bobby Turner. I don't think he's over Anthony Lynn. I just think he realizes that Bobby Turner is just good for this team. He's good for them mentally. He knows this, the sets. Kyle needs help out there. They lost McDaniel, who was an OC. He did all the game planning and preparation. This was a move they needed to make, a massive move they needed to make. So play calling has definitely been weird. People in the comments are saying, I think it's just something that Kyle is trying to change things up. He's always, trying to tinker with the plays. Again, you lose Mike McDaniel. That's tough, man. I like the return of Bobby Turner. He's that was a huge move. So that D line going to eat Monday night. Offense will have to work. You're right. The offense will have to step up. We know the defense is going to come and bring it. We know the defense is going to come and bring the heat, right? 100% we know the defense is going to come, and they're going to come out smashing Matt Stafford, and they're going to play as good as they can. They're going to be good for some turnovers. But the problem is how good can this offense be? It's still early. They could turn it around. The plays have been there. They just have to execute. It's all about execution and running the ball. Honestly, the Niners need to run the football down their throats. They only ran 19 times, and I think that's why Bobby Turner coming back will be huge for this team. Absolutely huge. You need to get the ball into your playmakers' hands. You need to not just run the ball. You have to use your big-time playmakers. And I think if Bobby can help, get these guys running better, rotate a little bit more, maybe use Jordan Mason a little bit more, I think that's going to help them in a lot of ways. And then once the run game goes, you can use your guys like Debo and Kittle and Ayuk. These guys need to get the action. So there's also a couple more injury notes to talk about. So Tarvarius Moore is out. He's out of the game. And Danny Gray is doubtful with the hip injury. That's pretty big news. I feel like Danny Gray hasn't even been able to get an opportunity. I don't know how he's doubtful with the hip injury. Whatever the case is, it is what it is. He's doubtful. That doesn't sound like he's playing. There's a lot of speculation going on with Danny Gray, young receiver. We've seen this kind of happen before. Let's hope that Danny Gray gets some chances down the line. But right now, he definitely doesn't seem like he's kind of trending in the right way with Kyle. So we'll see. Hopefully they could rectify this. I don't like to see Danny Gray being doubtful, having not even played much. We'll see what happens. Not good vibe at the moment. But they do have players on the practice squad that they'll probably pull up. Tevin Coleman, maybe they might pull him up. You got Akeem Spence for the defensive line. They called him up last week. They might do it again. And then Willie Snead. Maybe you pull up Willie Snead from the practice squad. So these are guys they might activate for game day just in case because they do have some injuries right now. So look for those guys. Oh, and Dante Johnson might get called up because Tarvarius Moore is out. So you have Tarvarius Moore out. You might see Dante Johnson. Akeem Spence might go because Kinlaw and Armstead are dealing with some injuries. They're questionable, so they should play. And then not only that, again, Tevin Coleman should be maybe activated. Kyle Shanahan says maybe. We'll see. And we'll see. And then Willie Snead might be activated because of the injury to Danny Gray. So we'll see. My man John says Kinlaw's knee. We all feared this with him post knee surgery. This was the thing we talked about: is can he hold up through a season after ACL recovery? It's a tough injury. Hopefully Kinlaw's okay, but again, you have to be concerned. Kyle did talk about that today, that he is concerned about the flare up. It was a flare up on Kinlaw's knee. That's never a good thing, right? Sad Niner fan says, I need the Niners to win on my birthday Monday. Yo, happy early birthday, sad Niner fan. Hopefully the Niners get a dub. And you truly aren't a sad Niners fan on Monday. I want you to be a happy Niners fan come Monday. I don't want you to be a sad Niners fan on Monday. Let's see. I might have mentioned it. When is Ward and Verrett coming back? This is their last week on potential injured reserve. Jason Verrett and Jimmy Ward are both on an injured list. So Jason Verrett's on the PUP and Jimmy Ward is on the short-term injured reserve. They can both come back after this week, but they have to be healthy enough. So I expect Jimmy Ward to be back next week. He had the hamstring. He's missed several weeks, and I think he could come back. Jason Verrett, he's been recovering off a torn ACL. Now, that's a little bit trickier. It's a different type of injury. It's a whole lot of rehab. So it really depends on if they want to push Jason Verrett, if he needs to be elevated to the team. Again, they have a little bit more leeway with Jason Verrett's injury because they have great corners. Emmanuel Mosley, Charvarius Ward, Sam Womack. All these guys have been good. Lenore. And those guys have stepped up. With Jimmy Ward, man, Tashawn Gibson has been a baller. He's been really helping out. Him and Hufanga have had a really good relation. But I mean, Jimmy Ward, he's just a veteran. You can't replace what he's done to this, for this team. A leader, a captain. He's indispensable. So it only makes them stronger. But they could potentially be back next week. So yeah, we don't really need a rush. John says we don't need to rush Jason Verrett, and I agree. We don't need to rush him. We really don't. So, to me, the biggest question mark going into Monday night is the offensive line. You got Colton McKivitz is getting the start at left tackle for Trent Williams. That's a huge question mark. Third-year player. He's a fifth-round pick. Can this guy step in and be that guy that we need? Because O-line, if Colton McKivitz doesn't hold up, it's going to be a long night for the Niners offense. And they got to run the ball, establish that run game behind Colton. So that's going to be a question. That to me is the biggest X factor going into Monday night's game. I'm a little worried about this offensive line. I'm not going to lie. Trent Williams is out, and that's a huge loss. Colton McKivitz, massive pressure on his shoulders. So we'll see. Appreciate the badge, Raven. How long is Aziz out for? He's got an MCL strain similar to Elijah Mitchell. He will be out 8 weeks. So we got 2 months without Aziz Al-Shahir. The good news is the Niners have good depth at linebacker. And I think that they're going to have a guy named, Demetrius Flanagan-Fowles who can step in. You might see Talanoa Hufanga play some hybrid. Once Jimmy Ward comes back, you can kind of slide Hufanga into like that hybrid role, linebacker, safety. The guy could do it. Talanoa can do everything. He can do it all. So, Debo, Ayuk, and Lance chilling at Debo's. That's what you like to hear. That's what we like to hear. Big Huff, the man. Arvin says, it sucks that games in the NFL are too important to miss. Wouldn't mind having some type of load management for injury risk players. Yeah, hold up. Hold up. Everybody's telling me go to Debo's story. We're going to have to check out Debo's story. I'm going to leave the Instagram and see what's going on. Let's see what's up with Debo's story. Let's see. Yo, we got some. Did you see Debo's story? I didn't see it. So he's playing basketball with the boys. Brandon Ayuk. Trey Lance is there. He's sitting back. He's in a wheelchair. Yo, shout out to this team, man. That's pretty dope. We're gonna have to post this up. That's dope. You love to see it. You love to see this, man. You gotta love it. The team is bonding. You got Brandon Ayuk and Jennings and Debo. They're playing basketball, and Trey Lance is there, supporting the squad. That is pretty sweet, man. You gotta love it, man. This team loves Trey Lance. Oh, man, that is some cool stuff. That is some really cool stuff. Epic, 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 man. I can't wait for Trey Lance to come back. That is pretty sweet to see. It's pretty sweet to see. These guys love Trey, man. It's good to see him hanging out with the team. Hanging out with the team. And, the one thing is, Trey Lance, he did hang out with the team this week. We talked about that, how he came back out of surgery and surprised them at a meeting. You got to love that, man. You got to love it. You absolutely got to love it. He came out of surgery 4 days, and he went and surprised them for, Zoom, one of the meetings, man. Trey wants to be there. He wants to be part of this team so much. He wants to be, out there working, out there grinding. It's really good to hear. So, hold up, man. Now my phone's blowing up. I'll be back. I got to come back. My phone's going off. I shouldn't have done this on a Saturday night. I knew I shouldn't have. This was probably the worst thing. I got a lot of people hitting me up now. I'll be back. We'll be live in maybe 20 more minutes in a bit. But I'll be right back. My phone's going crazy. I got my daughter calling me too right now. I'll be back.